Hey guys, I'm Taylor Bambico, and today I'm doing the Author Newbie Tag. So question 1, how did you find out about AuthorTube? So I first heard about AuthorTube from Kim Chance when she was promoting her book Keeper last year, and from then I just started following more and more on YouTube, and here I am today. I'll link her channel in the description below for you guys. Question 2, what genres do you write in? So I focus mostly on thriller and fantasy, but I also write erotica as well. In fact, the first book I released was an erotic thriller. But I do want to branch out over time as well. Question 3, what is your preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story? So I usually write third person omniscient, but I might try first person later on. I'm just going to stick with what I know right now, but that doesn't mean I won't branch out. In category, I write young adult and adult. Question 4, are you a plotter, pantser, or plantster? I'm a plantser, so I always will have the beginning, middle, and end for the most part down, at least a general outline of what I'm going to do, then I'll fill in the rest from there. I'm like Indiana Jones. I just make this up as I go. Question 5, are you self-published, published, or yet to be published? So I'm self-published. I was going to go the traditional publishing route years ago. I did all the research on literary agents and query letters. It didn't pan out, so I started researching self-publishing. I liked what I found and decided I'm going to go with that route instead. Question 6. What publishing company, literary agent, and or printing company are you represented by or use? If you're not yet published, what is your dream publishing house and or literary agent? I don't have a dream publishing house or literary agent since I'm self-published. For my ebooks, I used to go with Smashwords. Then I went to Draft to Digital after I did a little bit of research on them. I realized I could put my work in print, so I went with them. That was, I think, 2017. And when the option of paperback through Draft to Digital was no longer available, I went over to CreateSpace to put my work in print. Then that was eventually consolidated to just Amazon KDP, so now I'm doing paperbacks through them. But I'm also doing Ingram Spark to have a broader range of where my books in at least print will be available. So I plan to have the books on Ingram Spark up and running in the next couple months. So they can be found on places like Barnes & Noble. Question 7, what AuthorTube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? Mostly writing tips and updates on what I'm doing, but who knows, I might throw in a few other things as well. Question 8, when did you start writing? So I began to take this serious in 2008. So almost 11 years I've been focused on this primarily. Question 9, what was the first story you ever wrote? That would have been in 4th grade with writing assignments we had with basically vocabulary words you learned in that week. So I wrote a story, I think I wrote 2 stories, but I only remember this one involving another interest of mine, and that would be monster trucks, which aspects of that story were eventually rolled over into my novel Parabellum. And I might roll that information into another video and how that correlates with Parabellum. Question 10, what authors have inspired your writing the most? If I didn't say Stephen King, I'd be lying. I'm sure others have said it, but I heard it from him. And that would be, if you want to be a writer, there's 2 things you have to do. That's read a lot and write a lot. And that's as true as it's going to ever be for anyone who wants to write, along with not being afraid of learning new things as well. I like David Baldacci's material. In fact, I read a couple of his books, and it took Silent Rage into an entire new direction I never thought possible. And then there's Kenichi Sonoda. He's a manga artist. He's most known for Bubblegum Crisis and Gunsmith Cats, the later being influenced a lot of my work. And his attention to detail in Gunsmith Cats is really what drew me into that series. And I'll probably do a video about Gunsmith Cats in the future. Question 11, do you schedule your writing sessions or simply get to writing whenever you can find the time? For the most part, I will write when I have the time, but of course, you do have to set aside time and say, okay, we have to do this now, because if you don't have that mindset, it's just never going to get done. Question 12, do you type on a computer, typewriter, write everything out by hand, or use a blend of these? And where do you write in general? I have a typewriter, I don't use it. I will jot notes down periodically, but for the most part, I'm just using the computer. And basically, what you see here is where I write in this very room. Question 13. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of AuthorTube? Conversing with other authors is one thing I'm really looking forward to, and passing information on to anyone who needs it, whether they're someone who's just starting out writing or someone who's been doing it for 10 or 20 years, and meeting new people on here. That's my AuthorTube Newbie question tag. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.